trust this practice, this moment that you've really carved out for yourself. You've really done the hard part already, so go ahead and allow the eyelids to close here. And just gently begin to relax your shoulders. And as you get settled in, trusting that this is the right choice, you've done good. See if you can find more length in the spine. As you start to notice your inhalation and then see if you can relax the shoulders even more. Soften any parts of the body that you might be gripping or holding in as you bring your awareness, your attention to your exhalations. So on inhales, we're paying attention to sitting up nice and tall, kind of creating space, really easy going like. And then on the exhales, you're just finding places to soften. So right away, we're anchoring the mind in these tasks of lifting, finding space on a big conscious inhale, and softening or relaxing, letting go with a nice conscious exhale. Now tuck your chin slightly as you continue with these loving tasks. And if you've been particularly, we'll say, quote, stressed out, you might start to notice an immediate release, maybe of emotion or just sensation in the body. And if you're feeling okay with it today, I'm going to invite you to not shy away from that, to really, let the yoga serve, let this connection of mind and body do its thing. Continuing with the breath, big inhale to lengthen through the spine. And long conscious breath out to just soften anything that needs to soften. And within this glorious task of inhaling and lengthening and exhaling and softening, just allowing any sensation, any emotion, anything that your mind and body is communicating to one another, anything that marriage needs or wants to do, just allow it to do just that. Great, take one more cycle of breath. Perhaps on this next cycle of breath, it's the deepest inhale and the longest exhale that you've taken all day. Here we go. Nice, and then keep your breath going best you can. You're going to draw the chin to the chest, perhaps the forehead, towards the palms, head to heart, because this is what the discipline of yoga is really inviting us to do, is to marry mind and body. And in particular today, we're going to focus on doing that with the breath. So take a couple cycles of breath here. Feel this great stretch in the back of the neck. Such a simple but powerful gesture to focus the connection and communication of your mind and body so that it exhale, press the palms together, elbows left to right. So nice firm press in the palms. Inhale again, lift the chest. Exhale, draw your navel in towards your spine, so you're creating a nice connection to your center, your core. Sweet inhale, lengthen through the back of the neck, tuck the chin slightly. And then exhale, this is a small move. We're going to slowly turn, moving from the midline, base of the spine, all the way up to the crown. Big twist to the right, nice and easy. So big twist, but no cranking, so keep it nice and subtle, connecting to the midline always. And then pressing it back to center. Inhale in, lift your chest. And exhale, just take it as far as your body tells you to. Oh yeah, beautiful. And then back to center, twice more on each side. Inhale to lift the sternum, connect to your center. As we exhale, palms continue to press together. Twist to the right, head, heart, and pelvis in alignment. And then slowly release, back to center, inhale. And exhale. Keep the head and the heart of the pelvis in one straight line here. So that means you don't twist as much, it's okay. And then release back to center, and then one more time on each side on your own with your breath. You're back in center. When you're ready, we're going to inhale, head over heart, heart over pelvis, and then exhale, release the hands to the ground and come forward onto all fours. Take your time getting there. Move like you love yourself, nice and easy. Immediately syncing up with the breath here for cat-cow. Here we go. Drop the belly, inhale, open the chest forward. Tailbone up towards the sky, forehead soft. And then exhale, round through, soften your gaze here, or close your eyes, chin to chest. And then inhale, drop the belly, shoulders rotate out and open chest, nice and wide. And then exhale, curling through, starting at the tailbone, crawling all the way up through the spine, finding that wave. And then twice more on your own, moving with your breath, maybe close your eyes here. Now inhale, come to tabletop position, nice neutral spine. Notice that the lower belly is kind of ducking down here. Really reach your tailbone towards the back edge of your mat. Draw the navel up and in so the core connects here. And then send the crown of your head forward so the neck is dropping down here. Gain awareness all the way through the neck. Remembering it is a nice, beautiful extension of the spine. Great. For beginners or someone who's new to the mat, new to this position, I got you. You might already be shaking and getting some more warmth here. If you like to find start to invite just a soft restriction in the back of the throat. We call this ujjayi breath. So you don't have to look at me, I'll guide you with my voice, but you're just going to bring the tip of your tongue to the roof of your mouth here. And as you inhale, create a soft restriction in the back of the throat so you kind of hear this ocean-like sound. And then for the exhale, we'll try to maintain that connection with the tip of the tongue on the roof of the mouth and maintain that sound. the chest, you got it. Full body experience. Breathe wide into all four sides of the torso. And then on an exhale, release it down. Awesome, awesome. Here we go. Open up through the chest. Inhale. Heart radiates forward. Awesome. On an exhale, you're going to lift that back knee, plant the palms, step the left toes back, plank pose. Really pressing away from the yoga mat and lifting the heart center up between the shoulder blades. So you're not dipping down in the hips or the upper back body here, but rather the whole front body is really levitating up to meet the back body. Reach the heels back. This is our strengthening moment today, so stick with me here. Send your gaze straight down. We're here for 5. Breathe deep. You got it. 4. Breathe, breathe, breathe. 3. Breathe. 2. Big breath. 1. Downward dog. Awesome. Hey, look at my little downward dog here. One more big inhale. You got it. And then exhale. Slowly lower to the knees. Swing the legs all the way around. And come back to a seat. This time with the legs all the way out in front. Great. Take a moment to really flex your toes up towards your face. And again, if you sat on a blanket or a towel at the beginning of class, go ahead and grab it now. Sit on your bolster, your ship bolster. Great. Hands are going to come to the sides. Fingertips or palms on the earth, depending on the length of your arm and your anatomy. And then slowly we'll begin to lift the heels if we can. If not, that's okay. We just want you to engage in the tops of the thighs. Femur really hugging in towards the hip socket here. Dandasana. Great. Breathe. Think about all four sides of the torso, lifting and lengthening. And then just like we did at the beginning of this practice, use your inhale to find length, create space. And then use your exhale to let go and ground in a soft, gentle manner. So sometimes we're super stressed out. We just don't realize that we don't need much. We just need a little time and space to let go and settle into the present moment. Find stillness here for one more cycle of breath. You got it. Great. Then hands are going to come back to heart center. And as you do this, careful not to round forward here, but think about your shoulder socket, right? Going around and in, and that's what allows your heart to lift up. Turn to thumbs. Inhale in, exhale, slowly dial heart center to the left. Little wringing out of the abdominal organs here to help you feel good. Bring it back to center. Keep breathing and over towards the right. Nice and easy, doesn't have to be a big move. And then over to center and to the left. So good for the body, and then back to center, and one more time. Awesome. Back to center. Release the fingertips, bring them behind the thighs. You're going to pick your knees up just a bit. And then we're going to inhale, draw the navel in and out with Uddiyana Bandha. So actively, especially if you have your belly here, right, which we all do, so no judgment. And in fact, this is a great moment to say, drop the judgment. Yoga is a great practice for us to come to terms with how much of our stress really comes from, our own selves being hard upon ourselves. So here's a great moment, just a little learning moment for all of us. Bring your hands to your belly. Love this belly. Draw the navel in and out. It's all here. Find that power. And then imagine, hands come back to the backs of the thighs. You're going to go over a little beach ball here, a little any ball. Hail right here in belly. You can think up and over as you come into a modified seated forward fold. So we're not just going in straight at it. We're coming into this connection, finding that belly lock, and then lifting the heart up and over to maybe drape the belly over the tops of the thighs. From here, the hands can come to the earth or to the feet. lashes open. Release. And come all the way up. Beautiful. Notice how you feel, if you feel any different from when we started. And you're going to use your palms to come all the way down to the ground. And when you get there, find what feels good. So I'm going to suggest immediately hugging the knees into the chest. And then from here, you can lower the feet to the ground and take a bridge pose. Nice, easy hip bridges. Or if you're ready for relaxation, you can go straight to laying down. If you're ready for Sattu Bandhasana, hug the heels up, step the heels up towards your bum. Make sure the knees are in alignment with your thigh bone and the hip points. Press the palms into the earth. Here we go, toes pointing forward. Gentle peeling up of the hip points. Think about your sits bones really reaching towards the backs of the knees. And we're going to keep this soft and easy today. So bring the shoulder blades underneath, open the palms, and imagine you're squeezing a little ball. There's that ball again in between the inner thighs. Chest comes to the chin, and chin to the sky. Behind your breath, chest to chin, and chin to sky. Awesome. Slowly release. All the way down. Yeah, let out a big sigh, just like Benji did. And when the hips kiss the ground, just windshield wiper the legs left to right, nice and easy. Back and forth, back and forth. And eventually the legs will come all the way down to the ground. And you're going to inhale, reach the arms all the way up and overhead. Nice full body stretch. Spread the fingers, spread the toes, relax through the jaw. Take one more deep breath in, and then exhale, rain the fingertips down. We'll come into a corpse pose here just to reset. Option here to bring the index finger to the thumb very lightly and to part the lips gently. Now close your eyes and allow your body to be heavy and still. As you're ready, begin to wiggle the fingers and the toes. And slowly bend your right knee, slide your right foot back up to the ground. Feel your foot on the earth. And then slowly bend the left knee, slow the left foot to the ground. Really feel it connecting. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, lower your navel to your spine, finding your center as you turn onto one side, any side, find your fetal position, smile. And as you use your palms to slowly, with control, press it back to a seat. Leave whatever is stressing you out, anything that might be bugging you on the ground, just to fertilize back into the earth. And come up feeling a little lighter, maybe a little more open to moving in a different way. Managing, navigating things with a little more ease, a little more grace. Hands come together at the heart. Sit up nice and tall, take a deep breath in. Just take a moment of gratitude for yourself.